Good morning. Welcome to Light at the End of the Tunnel. My name is Jeff LaRouche. Help you help me. Today is November 12th, 2019. Beautiful Vermont. We got our first snowstorm. So I want to get right into the nitty gritty. What's not so beautiful is children and social media. It's messing them up. It's destroying them. So all the platforms on social media are affecting children's health and well-being. You got, let me see, you got Snapchat, you got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got Instagram, you got porn sites, etc., etc. I don't even know them all, whatever it may be. So, anyways, all this social media is affecting their image. So their poor body image, it makes them loneliness, depression, anxiety, just everyday life, and how these kids experience life. So all the parents today are giving their children and teenagers phones, but they're not keeping track of what these kids are doing today. And if they know about it, they're just not giving a shit. When I was brought up, I was told get outside. There weren't no TV, no gaming, no cell phones with all this crap on it. It didn't happen. So teens today are masters at keeping themselves occupied way past bedtime. Instead of doing their homework, they're online. They're on their phones, they're on the tablets, they're on the computers, texting, sharing, trolling, scrolling, etc., etc. So instead of learning about what reality really is, they're more worried about what everybody else thinks of them. Okay? People judge people. World as we know it's coming to shit, regardless. With the trade war, with drugs, slaves, other countries selling children as prostitutes, whatever. So there's a lot of predators out there in this world that can't wait to get a hold of one of our little daughters. And we're not doing anything to stop it. We're allowing teenagers to set up these accounts, and some of them I've even noticed that they're in their parents' accounts, which is even more disgraceful. Parents are allowing kids to dress a certain way, let their boobies show, their butt show, wearing mini skirts, basically half naked. I don't get what's wrong with parents today. I don't know why parents just don't give kids phones that they can only call the parents or a loved one that actually cares for these children, instead of giving these kids full access to the internet. It's one thing to do it for school or some sort of educational substance, rather than being able to Google porn sites or looking at Instagram. I got an Instagram account and it's full of half naked women. And most of these women are dudes from other countries trying to take your money. Or they're dudes adults hitting on little girls, 13, 14, 15 years of age. Kids these days can't post something where they're wearing something nice without a grown man saying, oh, you're sexy, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that. It's disgusting, man. And those dudes or those women out there that are responding to little kids that dress a certain way, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be put in jail or something. Something needs to happen. So children are being deprived of everything. My kids go outside. My kids don't stay inside and play TV, on the TV, play games. You're not allowed to have cell phones in my house. That ain't right. I ain't doing that. I don't care if they want to go outside. You get your ass out of my house. Go do something. Go make a snowman. Go fishing. Go for a walk in the woods. Go learn something. You know, go to the library, pick up a book. I don't care. Get your ass outside. You ain't gonna sit here and play on a phone and do whatever you think you're gonna do. You know, I wasn't brought up around sexual activity, so now I gotta show the world that I'm a teenager and I gotta put my ass out there for everybody to see because that's the way I was raised. Now I have more respect for myself, and as a father and a dad, my children aren't gonna get on social media and start showing off stuff, and I'm not gonna allow it. That ain't gonna happen. It doesn't happen. As a parent and as a dad, a father, it's my duty to protect my children. And if I give my kids cell phones where they have full access to anything they want, I'm not doing my job. I'm not protecting my kids. And it takes one time for a predator out there to see that one of my kids has posted something up and to bait them into doing something, going someplace, meeting up with them, whatever it may be. And I may never ever see my kids again. That's unacceptable. And guess whose fault that would be? Mine, if I was to allow that to happen. That shit ain't gonna happen here. Uh-uh. Parents out there aren't doing their jobs and protecting their children from social media. It's downright disturbing. What are your kids really learning off social media? Nothing. But corruption to their mind. That's what I'm talking about. Laundry's done. So anyways, yeah, I like clean clothes. My kids like clean clothes. But anyways, I can't sit here and not do anything or not say anything about it because it does happen in everyday life. And it's been a while since I've been on this show, and I decided that I needed to do something about social media. We got to do more. We got to do more to protect our children. I don't want my kids, however old they may be, learning about sex, learning about people abusing other people. I don't want them learning anything. I don't want them to learn how to make bombs and anything about drugs. I don't want them to know anything about that stuff. And it's so easy to type in something, and you never know what they're gonna get. I mean, think about this. There's kids out there that type in stuff about bombs, and next thing you know, the house is being bombed. Or you got like ISIS or Al Qaeda and all these things where they can't wait to get kids. They'll fund them money to go over to become a terrorist. And that's all through social media. Porn sites. Next thing you know, my kids are 11, 12, 13 years old learning about sex. I don't want my kids being porn stars. I don't want them getting pregnant, getting STDs. That's not acceptable. Why would you allow your children to be able to have full access to the internet so that they can do whatever they feel like? And the worst part about it is these kids are doing it in front of parents. That's the worst thing about it. And the parents not saying, hey, what are you doing? Let me check out your phone. Let me see what you got going on a daily basis. They ain't checking them. And if you are, I'm proud of you. But most parents don't do that. Here you go, kid. Have a cell phone. Here, have a cell phone. Take this cell phone and do whatever you want to do. Instead of get educated. Cell phones and tablets and computers should only be for a use for education purposes only. Kids today aren't getting smarter, they're getting dumber. Right? Next thing you know, they have depression, anxiety because they got other people out there in the world that are judging them, other kids from their school, from their neighbors, from their society, where they live. I wasn't raised on cell phones. I was raised to learn how to take care of myself through survival. I remember when I was under the age of 10, I was out shoveling snow and mowing lawns. I can live without a cell phone, but I can't live without a job. You got to be able to pay your bills. You ain't learning how to pay your bills online. Parents today need to think about what they're doing with their children and cell phones and tablets and computers and how much access they're allowed to have. Thank you for watching Light at the End of the Tunnel. Today's topic was social media. My name is Jeff LaRouche. Help you out me. Y'all have a good morning, afternoon, wherever you are, where you come from. Please protect your children. It's important.